Hello and Happy New Year, fellow Switch bargain hunters. I hope you had a fabulous Christmas and New Year's break. Now maybe you picked up some eShop credit or cash over the holiday season that's burning a hole in your pocket. What are the best bargains on sale? Well, fear not, we've got you covered. I'm James, and along with Juan, we've each picked our favourite 5 eShop deals on sale right now. Let's jump in and take a look and let us know who you think has the stronger picks. Juan, what's your first pick to get us started?
Thanks very much, James. Happy New Year, everyone. Delighted to start off with another battle, and I'm starting off with a strong game, a real gem, Disco Elysium. I reviewed this game when it hit the Switch back in October, and I was very impressed with this unique noir RPG, and I gave it a 9.5 out of 10. Taking on the role of a detective with amnesia, the story that unfolds is gripping, and the game manages to mix together tabletop roleplay with a delightful skill system, open world, and point-and-click style adventuring. Now, this is something that actually feels rather different, which is an achievement in itself in this day and age, and even though there's no actual combat, the story is so well crafted and the choices you make so impactful that it grabs hold of you and doesn't let go. What's more, this Final Cut version on the Switch is impressively voice acted. It's certainly worth its full price, and even better now with 35% off. Check out my review for more detail. At the top right hand side there's a little banner there, you can click on that. James, over to you for your first pick.
Alright, yeah, that is a great pick, Juan, I have to say. Now for my first pick, it's a real beast in a more traditional sense. Yes, Witcher 3 Wild Hunt Complete Edition. The port is as good as can be given the hardware and this epic adventure. It really is a superb game with tons of gameplay. It doesn't need too much introduction. This is an open world adventure that is fantastic. If you enjoy monster slaying with swords, crossbows and some powerful magic, then this is going to grab hold of you and never let go. The complete edition includes all of the downloadable content as well. So with 50% off, if you have not grabbed this yet, then now is the time. Over to you, Juan.
Thanks a lot, James. The Witcher 3 with 50% off is an absolute bargain, I have to say. But if you prefer JRPG experiences, then take a look at The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 3, which actually featured in my top 10 JRPGs. So check out that video if you want to on the channel. The whole series is great. There's a ton of content to sink your teeth into here, and the port of this is very, very strong indeed. All 4 games are brilliant. You've got 3 and 4 on the Switch, and hopefully 1 and 2 will be coming soon. A ton of content here to sink your teeth into, and with a healthy 50% off, it is really, really worth a look for sure. James, what's your next pick?
Well, for me, I'm moving on to Ori and the Blind Forest. While the sequel improves upon the first game, it's still a brilliant and moving game that tells the tale of a young orphan destined for heroics through a visually stunning action platformer crafted by Moon Studios. This one features hand-painted artwork, meticulously animated character performance, a fully orchestrated score, and dozens of new features in the definitive edition. Ori and the Blind Forest explores a deeply emotional story about love, sacrifice, and the hope that exists in us all. This is a really great game that everyone should really own, and for this price, it's a massive bargain on the Switch.
That really is a fabulous pick, everyone. Really well done there, James, with Ori. But I'm going with Horizon Chase Turbo, a car game here. But the amazing thing about this right now is it has a massive 75% off, so you can get this for $4.49 in the UK, and for our friends in Europe and the US it's just $4.99. So I'm switching the gears here. If you remember games such as the Lotus series and Outrun, this game took me back there in an instant. A racer inspired by the 80s and 90s. It's a classic arcade racing game, and if you enjoy that type of racer, then this has to be in your collection. The devs are constantly making updates for this, and there is a passionate team behind it. You can play with a few friends in couch co-op using split screen or on your own with multiple modes, where you can partake in a world tour or go for endurance. Then there's also the new playground mode, which has you racing against a changing set of races with twists including such as time attacks, changes to weather and much more. Here you compete to beat the other players so you can reach the top. There's great 16-bit visuals bringing the places you travel through to life and an awesome soundtrack to go with it.
Horizon Chase Turbo is a lovely pick there, Juan. Now, next for me, it's an action RPG that is truly an adventure and one of Jordan's favourite games as well. You are shipwrecked on a mysterious island and all the other passengers are spread around you. You need to explore around, searching for heroes to bring together to your home base, which gradually builds up over time, and all the while, you're trying to plan your escape as well. But there is a very mysterious link with the eponymous Dana as you switch between them. It's a fascinating story that is always developing. The action combat is excellent and it's just so fresh compared to many overly serious JRPGs of today as well.
So James might call me out for cheating a little bit, but I'm going for the package of Langrisser 1 and 2, which has a 60% off in all regions, so $19.99 in the UK, the USA, and in Europe. It's a strategic package released in the West as a war song, but 2 never made it outside of Japan. Now both games are out on the Switch with a shiny new lick of paint and some new enhancements including Japanese voice acting, and these are tactical turn-based RPG games that are classics with a similar style to the Fire Emblem series. There's a demo available too, so you can check it out first, but at 60% off, I think it represents excellent value.
Alright, well, I've got The Last Campfire next. This is a puzzle adventure game that is really charming and it strikes the right balance in its storytelling and in getting its puzzles just right when it comes to the difficulty, something that a lot of puzzle games struggle with in my opinion. It feels as though you're exploring a beautiful storybook and you want to find out more about this world. The developers of No Man's Sky did a great job with this one and it now has a whopping 70% off. What's your final pick for us, Juan?
Lastly, I'm bringing a nice cheap game to the fold. Down in Bermuda, which has a monster 95% off in the UK, 90% off in the US, and 95% off in Europe. Down in Bermuda is an intriguing short puzzle adventure with a charming tale and character. Having crash landed into this mysterious region 30 years ago, you've been surviving on this desert island since then. And fast forward, as an elderly man, you must decide if it's time to get back and to set off. As you do so, your journey takes you across 6 different islands for around 4 hours from start to finish. Mostly, you need to look around beautifully drawn areas to find gems, a bit like Where's Wally in that sense. There are some mini games thrown in and a pleasant soundtrack as well. At full price, it was quite steep, but with 95% off, it's pretty much a steal. Now I think I've edged it with the 5 games I've chosen. James is last with his next picks. If you agree with me, then leave me a high five emoji down below in the comments. Thank you so much, everyone. James, back over to you.
Many thanks there, Juan. Now for my last pick, I have gone with To the Moon. This game has a very clever premise. A dying man who has always dreamt of going to the moon, even though can't recall why, has the opportunity to work with Sigmund Corp, a company that specialises in wish fulfillment using artificial memories. As the doctors for Sigmund Corp, you head back in time to explore the thoughts that led Johnny Wiles, our old man, to this dream. The gameplay is very simple. There are some basic puzzles, but this is more about a heartfelt tale and experiencing this over 4 or so hours. Now, if you think Juan edged it, then leave a high five below, but if you think my picks take the crown, then hit us up with a crown emoji. Thanks very much for stopping by, and I hope you have enjoyed this video. Happy New Year to you all, and a big thank you to all of our subscribers and members for all of your support last year. We really do appreciate it. Have a great week, and we will see you on the next one. Take care.